Hey everyone, and welcome back to our adventure through time. Today, we're going to witness one of the most incredible miracles ever. Get ready, because things are about to get amazing. Imagine this. A huge crowd, thousands and thousands of people, have been following Jesus all day long. They've been listening to him teach on a grassy hillside, captivated by his words of love and hope. Among them, hiding just behind a small bush, are our friends Alex and Mia. Alex, with his brown hair sticking out from his blue hoodie, and Mia, her long black ponytail swinging from side to side, are peeking out at the massive sea of people. They can feel the excitement in the air. Jesus has been talking for hours, and no one wants to leave. But as the sun begins to set, casting a warm golden glow over the hillside, a problem arises. You can hear stomachs starting to rumble. The people are getting hungry, really hungry. They've been here all day without anything to eat. The disciples, Jesus' closest friends, start to get worried. They go to Jesus and say, "It's getting late. We should send the crowds away so they can go to the nearby villages and buy some food for themselves." It sounds like a practical idea, right? There's no way they can feed this many people. It's a crowd of over 5,000 men, not even counting all the women and children. It would take a fortune to buy enough food, and they're out in the middle of nowhere. But Jesus looks at them with a calm smile and says something totally unexpected. They don't need to go away. You give them something to eat. The disciples are stunned. How? They look at each other, confused. One of them, Philip, says, "Even if we worked for months, we wouldn't have enough money to buy even a small bite for everyone." They feel helpless. It seems like an impossible situation. Just then, another disciple, Andrew, spots a young boy in the crowd. This boy has a small lunch with him, probably packed by his mom that morning. Andrew brings the boy to Jesus and says, "Here is a boy with 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. But what good is that for so many people?" Alex and Mia watch from their hiding spot, their eyes wide with curiosity. A tiny lunch for thousands of people? It seems almost silly. The boy, maybe a little shy, but with a trusting look in his eyes, holds out his simple meal. He's willing to share everything he has, even though it's not much at all. This is where the real magic begins. Jesus takes the 5 loaves and the 2 fish from the boy. He doesn't dismiss the small offering. Instead, he looks up to heaven and gives thanks to God. He thanks God for this simple meal, for this boy's generous heart. Then, he begins to break the bread and the fish, handing the pieces to his disciples to distribute to the massive crowd. And then, something unbelievable happens. As the disciples hand out the food, it doesn't run out. It just keeps coming. They pass basket after basket, and the food multiplies right before their eyes. That small lunch of 5 loaves and 2 fish is turning into a feast for thousands. Alex and Mia can't believe what they're seeing. People who were hungry and tired just moments ago are now sitting in groups, laughing and eating. Everyone is getting as much as they want. There's more than enough bread and fish for every single person. The air, once filled with worried whispers, is now filled with joyful chatter and the happy sounds of a shared meal. The disciples keep passing out food until every single person has eaten and is completely full. Not just a little snack, but a full, satisfying meal. But the miracle isn't over yet. Jesus then tells his disciples, "Gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted." So the disciples go through the crowd and collect all the leftovers. And you won't believe what they find. After feeding over 5,000 people, they fill 12 baskets with the broken pieces of bread and fish that were left. 12 full baskets. They started with a lunch that could barely feed one person, and now they have more leftovers than the food they started with. The crowd is absolutely amazed. They've just witnessed a true miracle. They saw a problem that seemed impossible to solve, but with Jesus, nothing is impossible. From their hiding spot, Mia whispers to Alex, "Wow, God really does provide for us. When we trust Him, He can do anything. Alex nods, completely in awe. They just saw how a little boy's willingness to share his small lunch became a massive blessing for thousands. That boy didn't have much to offer, but he gave what he had with a good heart, and Jesus turned it into something extraordinary. This story teaches us such a powerful lesson. It's not about how much we have. It's about what we do with what we have. Sometimes we might feel like we don't have much to give. Maybe we think our talents are too small, our resources are too little, or our abilities are not important enough to make a difference. But this miracle shows us that's not true at all. God can take the little things we offer, our time, our kindness, a small gift, and multiply them in ways we can't even imagine. Just like that little boy's lunch, our small acts of generosity and faith can become huge blessings for many people. So, what can we learn from this? Never underestimate what you have to offer. Whether it's a word of encouragement, a helping hand, or sharing something you have, when you give it with a trusting and generous heart, God can use it to do big things. He sees your heart and your willingness to give. So trust Him. Offer what you have, no matter how small it seems. You might just be part of a miracle. This story is all about hope and abundance, showing us that with God, a little can go a very, very long way. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey today. It is amazing to see how faith and a little bit of sharing can lead to such wonderful things. If you loved this story, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you won't miss our next adventure. We can't wait to see you again soon. Bye for now.